Alright, today we're going to take a look at Transformers Combiners Wars Protectobot First Aid. Now, this is a complete remold of Off-Road from Minnesota, and I'll get into that and show that as well. And they really did almost everything completely different. Transformation is the same, but almost every single piece of plastic has been remolded, except for maybe the inner part of the arms and the legs. But they really did a fantastic job. Right off the bat, let me tell you, First Aid is basically a brand new figure compared to Off-Road. So let's take a look. As you can see, as normal, it's in the black packaging. It comes with the Combiner Wars comic behind it with some really nice First Aid artwork here. Of course, it says Combined to Form, so this is Protectobot, so this is going to be part of Defensor. Again, you see Defensor right here, and then on the back they show you where they typically put him, and for him they have him as the left leg, or the right leg, depending on your position. Again, you have him as kind of this off-road vehicle, similar to Off-Road. The main difference between them, of course, being a completely different sculpts, is that this is the top back is all molded in, whereas Off-Road it's more of a open, kind of like a truck, where you could put something in the back of it. And then here is his robot mode. So let's take a look at him, and let's look at the differences and similarities between the two figures. Of course, there's an instruction manual in there, but we don't need to look at any of that. Okay, move the camera down a little bit. Okay, so here we have First Aid. And right off the bat, you can tell that he, like a lot of Protectobots, he is red and white. Almost all the Protectobots have some sort of white on them, and this guy is no exception. He's got some really nice paint apps. You can see he's painted all red along the side, and you can see some in the back, which is going to be his like SUV ambulance type vehicle mode. So let's take a look at him a little closer. Like a lot of the rescue bots, he has kind of this square head, like a lot of aerial bots did as well. It's painted silver here, and you have this bright blue eyes. It is on a ball joint, so it can move every direction. For his shoulders are also on a ball joint, so they can move every way. This right here, this little flap kind of gets in the way. It like will hit the tire. If this, this should be down like this, so it can hit the tire right here when you're trying to move it. But for the most part, it's good enough. And if you need to, you can always move this piece back a little bit to get more of a range of motion like that. So put that back. All right, so it's on a swivel right here at the elbow and a ratchet joint. And then, of course, there is no movement in the hand like with a lot of these guys. This guy also has a waist swivel. You can see his swivels there. It's kind of a little interesting waist swivel. It's kind of like right at his groin area, not really the waist himself. But they need that because if he wants to be the arm for Defensor or any of the other combiners, he has to be able to move at that position. Okay, so again, ball joint here on the leg. You have a swivel right at the top of the thigh, and then you can see he can move that. Again, he stands pretty well. If I just put my hand down like that, these, you can see how big and wide the legs are, but that's because they're collapsible, and they have to be able to fold this whole piece inside. So that's pretty much his what he can do in robot mode. He's got a lot of posability about him, and with the big feet, I really do like him with that because he can really stand anyway. So let's take a look and compare him to Off-Road. Now I'll compare these guys also in their alt modes, but right now, if you look at them, first of all, color scheme is completely different. One is dark gray and kind of like an aqua blue, where the other one is white and red. But now, if we look at them closer, you can see the legs, completely different sculpt. You can see right here the chest, also completely different sculpt. These are kind of at an angle right here, where these are very squarish looking. He's also a little slenderer in the waist, where this guy's a little thicker. Even if you look at the arms, you can see the arms are different shape. This is more of a rectangle, where this is kind of, this weird shape right here. And he has a longer arm from where it attaches. And obviously head sculpt completely different. I got to say, I do like this this kind of this neon greenish yellow for Off-Road, but they do look completely different. So if you're thinking about getting one figure and you don't want necessarily repaint, this is not a repaint. It is basically a new mold, new sculpt, it just has the same transformation. But even their arms right here are different, which I think is really interesting. The only thing that's the same on these guys is this inner part of their legs right here, and I think the inner, no, even the inner part of the arm is different up here. Yeah, maybe the arm's the same. So yeah, it's just these two inner parts that are even the same. They are completely different molds. Okay, just same transformation. So let's go ahead and look at the transformation, and it is really, really easy, okay? This is about as easy of a transformation as you're gonna find. So first of all, these arms, there's a little tab right here. Go ahead and straighten them out and tab them in like this. Okay, and then we'll take a comparison of the two when they're done. So you can see this pulls out, just push the whole thing forward and then bring it down. Oh, sorry, forgot one piece. These guys, right here, I'm seeing a little bit of stress at the inside of this ball, and that's because you push this whole thing up, no, down. Sorry, you push the whole thing down to transform it, and it's kind of a skinny piece of plastic. So if any part is ever going to break on this guy, it's going to be this guy right here. So we'll do that last. Let's go and do the legs first. And the leg is the same type of transformation we've seen before with most of these combiners, and that is you have this double pivot in here, and you just move that inside. Get that to fold in, and bring the leg up and fold it together like that. Okay, so same thing in the other leg. Open it up. You need to hide the whole piece in here like that, and then fold it together. Okay, these two tab together. No, this guy didn't go in all the way. Okay, so now these two tab together in the middle. And you just kind of have to fidget around, okay? And now there is going to be this little tab right here that goes in the back. Can't see it right in there. So go ahead and tab that in like that. Okay. Now you can go ahead and bring the arms in now at this point. So this is where the arms are going to get pushed back down, and they just snap right in, and it fits. You can hear it clicking. I'll be quiet and you can listen to this one. See, it clicks in pretty good. And the last piece is fold down the front. So this looks pretty good. Let me show you a little bit of the paint apps on here, and then we'll do a comparison of the two. All right, so again, the wheels kind of feel cheap. You can see they're just kind of pegged in. You know, they just pop into place here. You can see I can bend these a little bit. I don't think it's going to be any issue of terms of breakage or anything like that, but it could have done better. Again, there's no silver on the paint on the wheels right here, which would be nicer, and I'll probably end up doing that myself. You know, one thing I don't like, and I didn't mention before, is I don't like that these legs are just so white. At least here on off-road, they put some silver in here for a little bit of color. So I wish they would have done a little bit more in here, but you know, what can you do? So in terms of this, you can see he rolls quite nice. He looks like a rescue vehicle. He's all white. He's got the nice Autobot symbol there. Some nice silver paint on the grill. Red and white lights, blue for where all the windows are, and then of course he's got rescue and emergency in red. And he really doesn't have anything painted back here, and they could have painted back here as well. So let me show you how he can hold his weapon. In this guy's weapon, remember, almost all of them come with something different like this, a different hand or whatever. The mold right here is different, but in this guy there's a little, see that little opening right there? That goes right on top of here. So you stick that in, and you can fold the thumb, hold the thing together, fold the thumb back like that, and now you have it kind of holding like this, and it kind of looks like it's meant to go that way. It looks like a little topper for him. He also comes with his metal axe. It is the same metal axe that off-road comes with. You can see they're just, one's purple, one's black, painted a little differently. Also, off-road's little hand slash foot slash gun is also exactly the same. It is just painted differently as well. So this one you get here, and see it has this kind of this mold where it goes up and over the wheel, and it looks kind of like a an exhaust pipe like that. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull these guys off, transform this guy really quick, and we'll do some comparison shots. And again, you're going to see that they look really different. And so if you're one of those guys like me that doesn't want to buy a repaint just because it's a repaint, they actually made this one worth your while. All right, So put them together. Okay, same thing. Let's go ahead and, oops. Go and pop the arm down. Pop the arm down. That holds it all together. For some reason it's not staying together right now. There we go. All right, and the last piece is bring this all the way down. Okay, so now you can see this off-road, he looks like a pickup truck. He looks like he's getting ready to go someplace. You compare the two of them, they do look completely different. This guy's got a kind of a straighter windshield. This guy is really sleek and down at the front. You can see there's really nothing similar about them at all. Way taller here, shorter here. He does have the same little tab right here. Off-road does it. You can go ahead and put his gun in as well, like this, and it actually looks like it continues from these two pieces right here, which is kind of neat. So you can see that one as well. You know, I'm not sure what you want to do with the back of the hand, but you can see it goes in there as well. Now, one thing that's different between the two of them, besides that, is this guy has 2 ports here. First aid does not, and then they both have a port on the side, but you can see even the ports are in completely different positions. So they are very, very different vehicles. They just don't look alike at all, and I love it because they're using the same transformation, but now you have 2 different toys, and they're really using it better. It's way better than just a stupid repaint and then calling it the same limb as, you know, from the other guy, Menasor versus Defensor. All right, so let's see how to change this into the foot. We'll do the foot first because this is really easy. You want to do the foot first of all. You're gonna need to bring these out. Just let's see, pull the. Let's pull this piece off first. Okay, so if that's enough room there, all you have to do is flip this around, make sure everything's tabbed back in. That's it. That's the foot. It's that simple. So let's put this guy in. Let's grab Defensor here. Let me switch him out. Put him in. Go. Let's pull this out so you can get a better look. And there he is as Defensor. So you can see now why they have him as a leg. He looks like a pretty good leg. There's really not much to him. He's blocky, he's sturdy, and he fits exactly the way he's supposed to. So you can turn it here from to the side. You can see him there as well. He looks pretty good, and he's just a good looking leg. So I would be, you know, I like a lot of the times SUVs, cars like this, they make good legs because they're nice and stocky. So we'll switch him out. Let me show you him as the hand. All right, so to change him to the hand, let's go ahead and take this out. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna open this whole thing up and then put it back together with the legs extended. So we need to pull these out. Oops. Hate it when I go out of the screen. So same thing, we just put it and we tabbed it right back in. Same thing here. You're gonna pull it out. You're gonna tab it right back in. You can see this little tab right here goes into this port like that. And then put it right back together. Now, one thing that is different is this arm goes behind him. Okay, so you see that there's a little tab right here. So what we're going to do is, let's move this whole piece back. We're going to move this up like this, and then untab and move back. And you can see there's a little hole right here where my finger is. Can you see it right there? Yes, and you can see that is going to line right up there. And that is how the arm goes in. So the arm looks a little bit different. You can see, it looks like that. So we'll do the same thing over here. Gotta move this whole shoulder up. Oops. He pops off. Again, like I said, it's this little joint that you're gonna, if you're gonna break anything on it, it's gonna be this little joint. Okay, so again, we untab here, move back, and tab into the side. there you go. So here's the arm. We're going to change the direction. We're going to put it like this. So let's open up the hand. You can see here is him in the arm mode. So let's go ahead and plug him in here. There we go. Now you can see him as the arm, and you can see the arm looks good as well. You know, it's not too bad. Let's move that up here so you can get a better look. So you can see it's kind of extended. You know, I'm not sure what I think about this piece out here, but that's the way it's supposed to be. It actually has the actual extra tab there for it. So that is the way that it's supposed to be transformed in there. But I'm not sure if that's a deal breaker or not. Anyway, that is him. We'll transform him right back into his robot form, which let me show you how quick and easy that is, because you're basically there already. Pull this out, spread his legs, and then flip the head up. That's it. So now you are back in robot form. So when you're in the when he's as the arm, he's basically in robot form, just elongated. All right, so there you go. That is the first aid video review. He is so much different than off-road. I would get them both. Obviously, if you want to make Minosaur or Defensor, you're going to need to get them both, but just know that you are not buying a repaint of the same character. It is basically completely remolded. I hope you enjoyed this. Please like this. Please subscribe to this station. And thanks a lot. If you have any comments, post them below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. All right, thanks.